What's up, Patty? How y'all doing?
Sir?
We're still testing it out, making sure we're good. I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm here with you. That's why. So
how you say I'm Z? This is Z.
Hey Z, how are you?
I'm good. Please, can I ask? Should I go to Zoom with our WhatsApp or the email? Or
The email for you.
Email.
Yeah, the
this
one that
panel,
has.
right?
This panel.
Yes, because you're a panelist. And that way you could be on the Zoom.
Is it not fine if me and her we are on the same?
You are on
I mean,
your
that's
own.
fine right now. That's fine now. Y'all are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll be back. Let me finish this.
All right, sir.
Something real quick.
Baby, is that the white one? Is that it?
Yeah.
That's it?
That's you.
Oh, my mom was saying.
Oh.
Sweet Jesus, yes, I'm dancing to your tune. There's a difference for words, so my soul longs for you. Forever and ever,
Yeah, and
yes,
what's longer?
this heart beats for you.
Baby,
As the difference
going,
for
okay?
waters, so my soul longs for you.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna go live.
I've got something more than gold. I'll tell it to the world. Jesus is more than gold, more than gold. I've got something more than gold. I'll tell it to this world.
Hey everyone, how y'all doing? We're gonna get started. We are excited. We're going live. We are live. Welcome. Welcome everyone. We'll get you in a few minutes. Just keep enjoying the great sounds, and let's get everything together and broadcast live everywhere we need to be broadcasting live on. So we are live on all the different platforms, so we're excited about that. Let's see, make sure, let's check one more. Yep. Yes. Awesome. right, somebody's asking for the Zoom link. Let's go ahead and give it to them so they could get on as well. Awesome, folks. We're going to be announcing the prize of $250 winner later today. So let's go ahead and welcome everyone. We're excited for you to join us. We started. Let's make sure we're good. It's all good all over. Let's see here. Awesome, welcome. Let me go here real quick. And for those of you, hello, Patience, how are you?
I'm doing great, Mr. Douglas. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's see here. Just want to check some things on here real quick.
Mr. Douglas, can you please?
Yes.
Going to the Zoom one, to the
Okay.
Facebook one, yes,
Facebook?
Did I again?
Yeah, can you please accept for some people are trying to join Zoom?
They could just join directly. They don't need to be accepted.
I mean, Miss Z, Gilbert's wife for the webinar. She's in the waiting room. I don't know if you can check.
All right. One second. Let's see. Folks who are broadcasting, I don't see her in the waiting room. I don't see her in the waiting room. Let's see. Okay, got it. I don't see her in the waiting room, obviously. Okay. All right, no problem. Let me just see how we are. We're gonna have a lot of folks, so just ignore the folks on there. Hey, Instagram, we're live. Facebook, we're live. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll go ahead and get started. I don't see Zoom yet, you know. So make sure we get good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. As we continue, we're gonna make sure we have everybody, give everybody an opportunity to join us. Let me share this on some people are asking for the Zoom link. Let me send it to them so they could jump on the Zoom as well. Make sure they got it. And this is awesome. So we're broadcasting also on Sebenza page on Facebook. So everybody, listen, you still got an opportunity to get yourself the opportunity to win $250. Thank you so much, folks. For those of you that are watching us on IG, let me get some things on here. So you know all how it is all technology. So you got to take your time to make sure everything is working correctly, and it looks like that. So I'm excited. So let's go ahead and start. Everyone is here. Where's Bruno? Don't see him yet. You know. So I'm gonna let's go ahead. All right, people. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So I was just gonna say this, folks. So I see some Bruno is on here. All right, let me bring him on. Yeah. All right, Bruno. You went in as a guest, so you should be coming on as a panelist, brother. I should be on in a minute. Awesome. I see you. Welcome. All right, man. How you doing, man?
I'm good, Mr. Douglas. How are you?
I'm great, man. I am doing very, very awesome this morning. You know, you should be able to show your face, actually. Your camera should be fine. Okay. You're looking sharp, man. How you doing, man? Where you at right now?
I'm good. Beautiful city of Johannesburg.
Awesome. Welcome. Good, good, good. I see. I see. So there, you know what?
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited, man. It's a great day. We got a number of people on Zoom. We got a number. Hey, man, how are you, man? Right. You know, so we got a number of people on Zoom. We got a number of people on Instagram. We got a number of people on Facebook. So it's a great time. We have so many people actually winning the contest right now, the $250 contest. And so we're gonna go ahead and just share a whole lot of great things for everyone. I'm so excited for you for taking the time to join us, because it's gonna be an awesome time, an awesome event. And you know, one thing that we're actually talking about mostly is our new software called Sebenza. So if you've not tapped into the software Sebenza, I think you should do that. You should get that. And most of you have already tapped into it. So we're going to tell you the history of how we got started. What are the main reasons why we built this Sebenza app? You know, so I'll let you know, Mr. Zoe Bruno introduce himself, tell you all his background, so you kind of get an idea of the kind of knowledge that he has and who he is and what made him decide to, you know, build this beautiful software that we're going to be using to kind of change the world. So Bruno, tell the people about you, man.
Okay. Yeah. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for coming on, and really excited to jump on the call. So basically, just to put it in a simple way, I don't want to go all the whole stuff. So I'm a cybersecurity expert, focused on building specifically applications that solve real world problems. I have a good knowledge and a good background on application development, all the way from Cameroon, starting 10 years back. I've built some groundbreaking applications, some of which have won international recognition, most of which are featured on BBC, CNN, Canal Plus, basically international media. I've also created some companies, some applications, and some businesses that are really revolutionary. One of those is known as Camway right now. Another one is known as Edrix. And we're going live with this one called Sebenza, which basically promises to stop unemployment in Africa and around the world. And really excited, you know, to go with that.
That's awesome, Bruno. That's great. And for me, myself, folks, my name is Douglas Eze. I'm going to also let me introduce some of the ladies that we have on here. Let's see, Zoe Patience, you know, if you want to come on with, I know you also have Z there. We have Z there. We got multiple platforms. Maybe Z could join you on here on the screen. Yeah, let's Z join you on the screen. I know she was trying to get on another platform. So yeah, let's Z.
Having some technical issues here. So
yeah, Z, how are you?
Hi everyone.
I know y'all are getting a lot of background. So shut off one of the yeah, feeds and stuff that you have. All right, good. How you doing? Tell us about you and you know, what got you excited about being a part of Sebenza?
Pardon?
Yeah, shut up the other shut up the other Zoom link that you all have. The other one.
All right. Let me shut it out now. Thank you.
Please, yeah, just use one.
Yep. Absolutely.
Y'all are in the same place. You don't need to be
Now we're good.
All right. Yeah, we're very good right now. Awesome. So yeah, tell us about you and yourself, and you know, how did you get involved with Sebenza?
Okay, this is the under Sebenza. It's a service, it's a global service provider of which will make a change, biggest change, not in South Africa, Cameroon, Gabon, but the whole wide world. Nice. So as I joined Sebenza, Mr. Zoe Bruno introduced me. So I was like, no, this is a good platform that I can go to. So I went, then I talk about it a lot. I even had a presentation in KZN about Sebenza.
Really?
Also next week, I'm going there again for like to have a presentation, like a whole presentation after this meeting, so that we have people know about Sebenza and people join Sebenza. Because, you know, in KZN, it's like a rural area something. So people that are not familiar with laptops, webs, and all those things, and they're waiting for jobs to come to them. They don't go look for jobs. So Sebenza will be a good platform for them.
Awesome. That's great.
So that is my strategy to get people on Sebenza. We have to go worldwide and we have to go deep. Rural areas, urban areas, everywhere. We have to be known.
That's right. That's right. Appreciate that. Appreciate that for sure. Thank you. How about Miss Patience? I know Patience is there with you.
Yes, she's here with me.
Hello, everyone. My name is Zoe Patience, and I'm so excited to be a part of Sebenza. Actually, I'm on the technical part of Canway, but when Zoe Bruno developed this app, Sebenza, it was so exciting, and we're all excited because this is a service provider app that is going to change the facet of the world, not just in Africa. It was designed by an African, but it's something that is going to go globally, and we are so excited. And thank you so much for being part of this journey.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And let me see. We're logging in as because we want to be doing some demonstration, folks. So all those, so we have we're coming in as well because we're gonna be sharing our screen, kind of showing you all the impact of Sebenza. And we got Regina Eze as well on here. I know she's on her way to the airport. If she's able to log in and just share quickly, and then we're gonna get started.
Good morning, everyone. I am so excited to be part of this first global service provider. It's global, is made by Africans, is Black owned, and this is just exciting. I'm particularly excited about the fact that Africans, you know, like the other panelists mentioned, will get something to do. So many people back home have so much, knowledge about stuff and so much experience, but they have nothing to do and nobody's hiring them. So this is going to be just huge for Africans, and not just Africans, but people around the world. So I'm very happy to be part of this process.
Awesome. Well, we're happy to have you on as well. All right, folks, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me and Zoe Bruno. And for me, my name is Douglas Eze. Been in the financial service space for a long time, over 20 years. You know, just a guy from West Africa, Nigeria, left Africa years ago when I was 18 years old, and, you know, for a dream to just live and go do something better and where there's more opportunities. So I've been in the US for a long time, for over 20 years, and run a very successful financial service company and partnered up with Mr. Zoe Bruno so we could just do something to change the world in different spaces of the technology, because we get so many people that inbox us and ask him, man, can you give me money? Can you do this? I mean, we don't believe in just giving people money. Like the Bible says, you know, give a man a fish and he'll eat for one day, but, you know, teach him how to fish and he'll fish forever and be fed forever. So our whole goal, our whole opportunity here is to give you a chance to be a part of this this global service provider app that will help you. You know, I have so many people wanting to invest money in Sebenza. People asking, then can we invest? Well, you know, I could do one thing and take their money and have them invest, and then we pay them a return on investment. But we said, no, we want to do something different. We want to do something where every person in the world will have an opportunity to get paid. So we created different affiliate programs. We created what we call city administrator program to kind of give you a chance. You, the folks that normally people forget about, people that, you know, never really tap into you. We want to give you the chance to do what? To get yourself an opportunity to make money in this product that we have. Now, the first things first is service providers. So what is that? We want to talk about who a service provider is. A service provider is somebody that provides any kind of service. For example, we got barbers, you know, especially in Africa. We got some great barbers, man, but most people don't even know them. You don't even know where they are, who they are. How do you get in touch with someone? you know, you travel or you're looking for a good hairstylist or a makeup person. Man, we have so many talented people all over the world. But at the end of the day, some people, they have the talent, but they don't have the money. See, you could have talent and don't have money, and then you don't have money. How are you going to scale? So Sebenza is an opportunity for those folks to tap into us. And then guess what? We will do the advertising for you. We will help you promote your business in your community, so you can continue to scale and focus on what you do best, which is provide great service. And then on the consumer side, all we're asking you is become a user of our application. In that way, you can start tapping into some of these folks that are in there and support their businesses. Now we've built in a lot of great technology in there to kind of vet people, to make sure that we don't have all kind of crazy people coming on board, right? Because at the end of the day, we want to protect our service providers, and we also want to protect our users. So we've developed a system that makes sure that the technology is very strong. Of course, you heard from Mr. Zoe Bruno. He's a cybersecurity expert. So for those of you, you know, you want to test, don't come on. But listen, we got some of the best minds in this. I mean, Bruno has his own team. You know, they constantly making it stronger and better. Of course, at the end of the day, it's an opportunity for all of us to win. And when we all win, guess what? We all have a voice. Because when you don't have money, you have no voice. Nobody's going to listen to you. The government ain't going to listen to you. But when you have money, folks, guess what? People will listen. They'll listen to you when you talk. And we, as the citizens of the world, guess what? We'll have a voice on how the politicians are controlling our destiny, right? So that's the key. At the end of the day, it's all about us controlling our destiny, you know, doing the things. A lot of entrepreneurs, there's so many of you that are entrepreneurs, and we also will have lawyers on the platform from different countries to help you legitimate your business, make you a solid business. And that way you can be able to go to banks and get loans for your business. You will be able to do so much stuff, because there's so many of you that have the skill, you have the talent, and your business, you're doing it on the ground. No, you're not registered in your country. Nobody knows that you actually have a legit business. Well, we're going to teach you how to do it, because on our platform, there's so much opportunity for you. And that's for everyone, not just in America, but every person all over the country. So what we want to do, let's jump right in, Bruno. I see we have the Sebenza service provider app. You know, is there anything you want to add to this conversation, and then we'll jump right in and just show some of the things that our app can do, some of the features of the app that is available to everyone.
Yeah, just before we jump into that, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what is happening right here. We're witnessing history, and this happens once in a lifetime, where the way things are being done drastically change. Sebenza is coming to change the way we do business. It's coming to change the way we offer our services. I just give you one example, and then the others I'm going to give it to you when we're doing the presentation. So imagine you are you have a barbering salon, or you're a barber. You are tied to that location. Your salon, even though being good, it's a business, but it ties you to that location, and people need to come to that location to receive your service. Now, if you travel out of that location, you are basically jobless. I'll put it that way. But Sebenza allows you to travel out of that town, out of that city, out of that country, and still be able to offer your services no matter where you are, and still make money. So basically, Sebenza is saying you don't need a location, you don't need a physical location. We're giving you the power to offer your talent, your services wherever you are. And as we go through the presentation, we'll be seeing real life examples of how that can be done.
That is beautiful. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and I guess start with our presentation, right?
Sure. All right. So I'm going to be the service provider.
Actually, you know what, before we do that, can you tell them about the city administrator, what their role is going to be for those people that we're going to be selecting? Because we cannot have everybody to be a city administrator. You have to be unique. You have to be, you know, have the talent. Now, for those of you that don't know what that means, it's our way of bringing you to come in and become an investor with us, but without you paying any money, right? Without you paying $1 to be an investor, right? But we want you to use your your sweat equity, because there's different ways you could invest in things, right? In businesses, you know, it's either you put in the sweat equity, which is basically work for it, and another way also is to use your circle of influence. So what we're doing is we're going to be giving you an opportunity to become a city administrator. What that is basically a person that's going to be in charge of the city that they're in, and you get to profit with us. With Sebenza, you become you share in the profit with us. You know, every month you're able to get a profit off of all the providers in your city that you're able to add to it. So we're going to be having a contest later. Once we so if you're interested in being a city administrator, of course we're going to check you out. You gotta tell us, you know, a little bit more about you, because we don't just want anybody becoming a city administrator. So we already have a number of folks already. So and we actually closed it out. You know, we closed it out, but right now we want to give you another chance to join, but we open it up earlier, and then later down the line, guess what it's going to be? It's going to be a lot more difficult, because we will charge a fee for you to be a city administrator in your city. So for now, we're going to give a lot of you an opportunity to become and sign up for being a city administrator. So Bruno, go ahead and talk about that.
And basically, that is the power behind Sebenza. That's what makes Sebenza what it is, because we don't come up with services in our head. The reason for city providers is so that they can tell us exactly what kind of services are needed in that city. So we don't formulate services. We actually offer services that are required by various cities. And city administrators basically check service providers for that city. They make sure that the service providers for that city are on and they are working, and what they need, if they have a problem, maybe their money from the account didn't go through, maybe a payment wasn't done on time. So these are some of the jobs of city providers. And all of these, we could actually program all of these to be on the fly, but we decided to have that extra human touch so that people actually know that Sebenza is a people-run technology. It's not just an AI sitting somewhere and not having a human touch. Another thing we have to understand about city administrators is that city administrators can actually grow into state administrators. So if we discover on Sebenza that you are making a really good impact in your city, Sebenza actually can propose that you become a state or regional administrator. In the case of the US, it will be state administrator. In the case of a country like Cameroon, it will be regional administrator. So where you actually control a number of cities under you. And like you said, you make money through the commissions of the services that are done in your city. But also I need to explain that you also make money from referring service providers and users. So city administrators and everybody that comes on Sebenza do get a unique referral code. And if someone signs up with your referral code, then you make 10% for their first job, and it goes down right up to 5 levels.
Nice. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Thank you so much for that explanation. But so let's go ahead and jump right in. You know, it's an exciting day. So, and I know you also got to catch a plane, you know, going, you know, man, you're a busy guy, man. I thought I was busy, but man, you are busy, and I love it, though. It's all good. So go ahead, man. Let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and jump right in and share some of the great things and great features of Sebenza. What makes Sebenza different from all the other service provider apps that is in the marketplace today?
Perfect. So I think the way to, if you allow me, we could actually go in both ways. I could actually first of all share my screen as a customer, as a user, and then show, and then after that we can do an interaction, you and I, if that is fine.
Yes, definitely. Let's do it.
All right. So I'm just going to share my screen right here. And while I share my screen, I'm going to be telling you about the service. This is a user application. So the user application is basically free to download. You can download it anytime on both Android and iOS. So you don't need anything else to actually download the service provider app. And as you can see, once you download the user app, it takes a few seconds, especially if you are downloading it for the first time, and it's going to open up. We'll just give it a few seconds there. Yeah.
And I see a lot of solid folks, man, from different parts of the world. We see some real, like some celebrities on this call right now. So I'm excited, man. It's good to see you. Man, we're broadcasting all over, man. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, everywhere. So Thank you, folks, for joining.
Okay, so as you can see right there, the user app just opened up, and this is the first thing you're going to notice, the first major difference between Sebenza and any other app out there. Most of these apps, they offer like 1 or 2 service, like for example, nannies, nurses, and doctors, and they specialize on that. But what Sebenza does is Sebenza gives you full access to all the services. Now, some of you might say, I see only like 10 on the screen, but actually, the reason is for that is just to save space. If you tap on more and you slide up, you're going to see the other services that Sebenza does offer. And you can see hundreds of them. And we are adding them, like I said, we're adding them every single day. So at no time will you see Sebenza having the same amount of services, because we keep updating them, we keep adding them up, and making sure that we have the best amount of services available for our users. And for each of these services you see right here, there are service providers, specialists, people whose talents and whose life has been dedicated to offering these. For example, let's just talk about the real estate agent. The real estate agent, for example, are those people we know of land, we know of houses, and so we have many kinds of real estate agents. But let me take a good example of a service category that we already have activated and done everything for the presentation, which is a car wash. If I tap on the car wash, you're going to see various kind of car wash. Now, a lot of people just think getting car wash is like just that. But you can see we have the basic car wash, we have the detailed external wash, we have the coating and shining, detailed internal and external cleaning. We even have the quick general cleaning. So imagine if you're in your office and you have like a 10 minutes spare time and you're supposed to drive to another meeting, but your car is really dirty. You just want to go to quick general cleaning, and there will be a service provider right close to you, ready to offer that service. And in 10 minutes, you have your cars clean. You don't need to leave the office, drive to a car wash, waste time and wait. You don't need to do that. We understand in Sebenza that time is of the essence. Now, I'd like to talk a little bit at the top there. If you look at the top, you're going to see 0C Mott Street, Santon. And that is how Sebenza picks your location in real time so that it's able to recommend a service provider based on your real-time location. So if I was in Maryland, for example, I'm not. But if I was in Maryland, for example, that address will automatically change and recommend service providers for the same service who are close to me in Maryland. That's another example. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the accessibility options that we've built into Sebenza. I'll just go to the profile and talk about the accessibility options. For example, Sebenza can be translated right now to 15 languages. That's like crazy, because these 15 languages follow all the laws of that language and they're available in real time. So take, for example, if I'm a French guy, let me talk about Zulu. So if I'm a Zulu person, I do understand English, for example, but Zulu is a language of my heart. I can just go to Sebenza and view Sebenza in Zulu. And everything in Sebenza will automatically translate into Zulu. That includes the services themselves. So that even includes the names of the service are going to appear in Zulu. So I don't know Zulu, but I know that the word for doctor in Zulu is Odokotela. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Zulu. Nice.
Yeah, so that's it in Zulu. And Zulu is a popular language spoken in Southern Africa here. And you can see exactly how...
Wait a minute, wait a second. Something so unique is the fact that we have different languages on this app. I mean, that's a big deal, right? Because there's so many times, people that can't speak English, but they have their own native language. And folks, we have our app is, man, I love it. But keep going, man. This is exciting. And then even the dollar is that money. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. And we also have 15 individual currencies on Sebenza. And these currencies are on the fly. What I mean by on the fly, that means these currencies are automatically converted at the current rate. So if I pay you in US dollars and you are in South Africa, you're going to see the equal equivalent of that payment in Rand or in CFA francs if you are in Cameroon, or in Naira if you are in Nigeria, or in cedis if you are in Ghana. And we have done that on the fly, so you don't need to wait for any conversion to happen. So I'm just going to show you, for example, you can see at the top there that I have 40 Rand in my wallet balance. We're going to talk about wallets later. And if I just go to translate that or to convert that, I just say, I want to use a new currency. I can decide to go with the Ghana cedis. Just let me go with the Nigerian Naira, just as an example. I just go with the Nigerian Naira. And you can see in real time, Sebenza is going to convert that money. And once the app restarts, I'm going to have everything shown to me. Everything that concerns money is going to be shown to me in Naira. So you can see that I actually have 1,082 Naira on my wallet balance, real time. And this is not all. The fact about our currency, I'm going to talk about the security we've built into it, which is really one of the neat features we've done with Sebenza. This money is not sitting on a Sebenza server. This 1,000 Naira is nowhere found on Sebenza server. It's nowhere found on Sebenza app. This money is sitting on a secured vault with one of our financial partners. And what they do is they just show us the amount of money, but they actually keep the money. So if you want this money into your Nigerian bank in Naira, it's actually Sebenza initiates the transfer, but that transfer is being handled by a third party which has never been hacked in the history of the internet. This partner has never been hacked, and it's so flawless. It's so simple. When I go into the service provider section of the app, I'm going to show you how simple it is to get your money out of Sebenza.
Man, I love it, man. That is powerful. That is powerful, man. I'm just excited. Just seeing all the technology. Let me ask you a question. How many other service provider app have different languages?
Oh, well, when people build applications, I don't know about every single provider app in the world, but when people build applications, they are looking for money. The focus is financial. But that is what is different with us, with Sebenza. Our focus is not really the money. Our focus is to make sure that people get jobs and people can work themselves out of poverty. So we're giving people an opportunity. And because of that, we just kind of throw in all the technology in there. We just kind of throw everything in there and try to make sure that it works flawlessly. Now, the reason why we are so keen with security is because a service provider app like this, like Sebenza, always come with a lot of cyber attacks. It's fortunate, we can say fortunate in our part, because we are coming from a cybersecurity background. So we've built Sebenza grounds up with cybersecurity in mind, and definitely has made sure that you are not only safe on it, but that your data also and your data transactions are also safe on the app.
I love it. I love it. All right, good. Man, I love the currency converter. I love the language. And are we going to add more languages to this?
Oh, yes. So we already have, the reason why we added just 15 language was to make sure that people can start telling us what is missing. We already have people mentioning that we should add languages like Yoruba. I might tell you, because we were building Sebenza with Africa in mind, I should just be honest with you and tell you that more than the majority of the languages on Sebenza were designed for Africa. So take, for example, we have Arabic right there. We have Zulu, we have Swahili, which is really interesting. We have Nkosa. If I'm pronouncing that right, it should be Nkosa. I think that's how they do it with a click. We have Igbo language, which is close to your heart, Mr. Douglas Eze. And then we have Amharic, which is spoken in most part of Ethiopia. So you can see that even though we have more of these languages, one guy is already saying right now that we should add Luganda as a language. So definitely we're looking at adding Yoruba, Luganda, there's even a language which is close to my heart called Douala, which is one of the languages that will be in the next versions of the app.
Nice. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, man, this is awesome. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and show just the ease of the software. I mean, you already see how user-friendly this software is, folks. Very user-friendly. But let's do a transaction, Bruno. So let's go ahead and do a transaction, and so everybody can see how easy it is to do a transaction. And also one thing we didn't talk about, how you transfer money to another user.
Perfect. So the first thing you want to make sure is that you make sure your wallet is active. Now, when you download Sebenza, no matter if you're a service provider or a user, you're going to have your wallet already activated by the system. Now, you want to go to your profile and go to your payment methods, which is right there, if you see, under account settings. Under payment, and then you're going to just tap on payment method, and you're going to see that I've already added my card. Now, if you notice on Sebenza, my card details are not visible at all, except the last 4 digits. This is also for my security, and also in case maybe you lost your phone and someone picks it up. So you still have the security of not losing your private data. And we just have information there telling you that Sebenza takes security very seriously. And so I already have my payment method added. So what I need to do is just add money to my account. We have made it easy to add money to your account. So at the bottom there, you can see you can either add 300 Naira, 500 Naira, or 1,000 Naira. So I'm just going to go with 1,000 Naira. And if I need more, I can use the plus button, to just add more money if I need more money there. And after I'm satisfied with the amount of money I want to add into my wallet, I'm just going to say done. And it's going to query my bank, and my bank is going to confirm if I have that amount of money in my account. And if I do, then that money will leave my bank account and goes into my Sebenza account. The account has been successfully credited to your wallet. So you see, it's like flawless. You don't even need to do anything. So after that, you just click on yes. And you see now it has automatically updated my account, and I have 2,000 Naira in my account. So being a generous guy, I want to give to Mr. Douglas 1,000 Naira.
I know some Naira, right? All right, let me turn on.
Yeah, I want to give you some Naira. And the reason why I want to insist on doing it in Naira is so that you can tell us exactly how much you receive in US dollars, because I know you're right now in the United States. So I'm going to transfer. And when you want to transfer money, you can either transfer money to a service provider or you transfer money to a user. So that basically tells you that the person must be on Sebenza. So I'm just going to transfer to Mr. Douglas, who is a user.
Before you do that, let me show my screen, right? Let me show my screen so you can see how much I have on my screen, and then they could see when you do the transfer as well. Hold on a second. Let me get online and let me share my screen. Man, this is exciting situation.
Yeah.
I know you got some distractions there. Tell Brent to
I know, right? When you are with Ibrahim, you get distracted.
All right, cool. All right, so this is my screen right now, folks. And as you can see, I got 3,029 cents in my wallet. And actually, all right, so you share your screen, and then we'll go back and forth when you transfer the money.
Okay. So another thing, before you close your screen, please, people should take note that I can actually, what I need from you is the email, douglas@lagofinancialservices.com. So that is what I'm going to use to send money to you as a user. So you need to know the email of the person that you're transferring money to on Sebenza. So it's really important for us to share that too.
Nice, awesome. All right, so share your screen.
Don't close your screen. I think I can share my screen alongside yours.
Really? Okay. All right, Mr. Technology Man. Let's see. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah. Okay. So no, that's gonna close yours. All right. So there again. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enter your email, Douglas@Lago Financial Services. Yep. And I'm going to say next. Now, this becomes interesting because Sebenza is going to look through our system, and instead of showing me your email, it's going to say, okay, I found who has this email, and it's going to show me your picture for confirmation, and then show me your name so that I'm sure I have the right person. And it's just say, how much do you want to transfer? I'm going to say I want to send. If you don't want to just put the plus, you can just go ahead and just use the keyboard. Okay. So I have 1,000 Naira being sent to you. So let me just be more generous. I'm going to add you 200. And it basically asks you, are you sure you want to transfer the wallet balance to Douglas Eze? I'm going to say yes. And then what it's going to do is going to say, it seems that you don't have enough balance to transfer.
Oh yeah,
you must have maintained a minimum. Okay, so this is a security feature. Remember the security feature where we actually need people to have more money in their account so that they can offer a service. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel that and then add money. So I'm going to add like 5,000 Naira.
Okay.
Okay. So let me add like 5,000 Naira. Oh yeah. And see how that goes. Okay, that was added successfully. So now I have 7,000, which means I can send you 1,000 now. Okay. And then I go back to transfer, user, enter your email again. And then that should do it. And then I'm going to just say, now I'm getting stingy. So, so I'm going to say $6. I say yes. And then it's basically going to do everything, but it's going to send me a one-time password. Now, what we've done with a one-time password, basically, it's a security feature where we don't just want money to leave your account without this verification. And another reason for this is maybe you lost your phone and someone picked it up and found out that they can actually transfer money through this method. And so we don't just want that to happen like that. So I'm going to wait for the email to come in. And basically what the email is supposed to tell me is to tell me this verification code that I'm supposed to send over to you.
So let me ask you, so it goes to the person's email immediately. It doesn't go to like the phone text message or whatever. It goes to the email to be able to, so the person can either accept the email when they read their email via their computer, especially if their phone is stolen.
Exactly. That is exactly what happens. So it might take some few seconds just for security reasons, but then what it's doing is it's just going to make sure that you enter the right verification code. And once you enter the right verification code and submit, it basically takes maximum, based on our programming, like 30 seconds. So my verification code for this one time is 6814. So I'm going to share that. So that's 6814. And as you can see, once I enter the verification code and then I press submit, it's going to verify. And once everything is okay, like immediately you should get it. So 750 has been sent to you.
Oh yeah, okay. Let me share my screen. So you remember, sure, folks, I had $3.29 earlier. So let's see how much I got now. Let's go in here. Where's my Zoom? All right, let me share mine.
Yeah.
Boom. All right. We're broadcasting. Okay, got it. Let me go back and find my Sebenza app. All right. So let me refresh. And now look at that, $5.08. That money came right in. No sweat, easy breezy.
That's faster than some of the transfer systems we currently have.
Wow, man, you all give this a fireball on Instagram. Go ahead and put some fireballs on Zoom. Make sure you just put a shout out on the comment section. Get excited, get fired up. I love it. Good job, man. I love it.
And just to mention the fact, there's a question already, and this is something that we're already working on. We're working on integrating other payment systems like mobile money, which is popular around Africa. We're not just talking about MTN mobile money. We're talking about mobile money as a global service. So mobile money from Airtel, from Orange, from MTN. So we're working on doing all that kind of integration. And also not just that, but also getting money out of Sebenza using mobile money is one of the things that the team is seriously working on at the moment.
That's awesome. I want to share something. The invite friends, right? Tell people about that. And when they click that button that says invite a friend, this is what happens. You get a link.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we've done two things here. At the top, you can just basically copy that link there and send it to your friends and say, download Sebenza, and this is the link, and enter my referral code. And what happens is when someone enters your referral code, you get 10% of the first job they do. So if the first job they do is 5,000 Naira, you're getting 500 Naira paid directly to your Sebenza account. That is not all. If they refer someone else and they use their own referral code, you make 8% of their referrals first job. You're not going to make it for each job they do. It's for the first job. But then again, that's a huge amount of money if you pile that up. Now, imagine you share this to 100 people, and these 100 people just do jobs for 1,000 Naira or 1,000 Rand. Man, you're talking about 100 Rand times 100 people. That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. That is awesome. And it goes 5 generations deep. So we kind of built in a system where, you know, even though we're not doing multi-level marketing, we're not doing that. Well, but we're building a system for saying, listen, thank you. You know, we're giving you a thank you back. How many times have you used this service provider? You refer people to other people to do business, and guess what? That company don't offer you anything. How many of you have referred people to get Uber or whatever? And how much have you gotten from them other than, you know? So we're giving you a chance to make some money at the same, just by referring our service provider app to other folks that you might know in your circle of influence, right? Because you know people, you ride on Uber every day, you ride on Lyft every day. You have the one in South Africa, you have the one, different ones in all parts of the world, folks. Listen, when it's all said and done, just do a referral, send a message to somebody you know. Like right now, let your friends know about it, because the more users we have, the better, and the more service providers we have, the better. Because you know people that have skills, right? That are just talented. They're great cook. They could. I mean, there's some people that can cook so much that they didn't go to chef school, right? But they just are blessed with that talent, and this is an opportunity for you to help them and give them a place. And all you can do too to even help them even more, maybe get them, because some of them might not have a phone or able to have access to, or they might have a good phone, but they don't know how to download stuff, right? Help them, walk them through it, get them uploaded to the system, show them how it works, let them sign up. And of course, what we do vet our service providers to make sure that they are good. So if you recommend someone, we'll take your word for it, especially if it's coming from a reputable person. So we want to make sure that we're bringing in quality people. And then we rate you get your services are rated. So if you're a service provider, you get your services are rated. So every time you perform a service, your customer will go on and give you a 5-star rating, a 3-star rating, let us know the complaints or whatever it is. Now, if you have a negative rating 5 times in a row, unfortunately, we have to move you away from our app, and you're going to have to be, we wouldn't use your services anymore. So that I just want to kind of share that real quick on that. But the invite friend link is right there. Go ahead, Bruno.
And if you notice, some people, the text, that the referral code is not copyable. You can copy it. You can tap on it and copy that. So a lot of people came back to us and like, man, we don't like that, because copying this on hand and then sharing it was a problem. So we added the invite friends button at the bottom, which basically allows you to click and share this to 100 people. Boom. You can just click right there and you just copy it. You can see copy right there, and you can take it to Facebook and you just put it there.
I'm about to share mine right now.
I know. Once someone click on that, they are downloading the app directly with your referral link. Simple like that. So you don't need to copy it, hand copy each time. So that is also very possible.
I love it. I love it. There's something else. What else do we have, that we could share with the people, before we shut this down?
We can basically, you and I, if you could just change your address at the top, you and I can just basic flow to see exactly what happens when someone needs a service and what happens on Sebenza.
Okay, before I do that, it just came to mind too. Can you tell us about this part right here? The top screen.
Yeah, the sliders.
Yeah, the sliders, yes.
Yeah, so the sliders are one of the intuitive things we've done on Sebenza. And so the sliders definitely just tell you what is hot on Sebenza. The first one talks about real estate agents offering their services right now on Sebenza, and they've all accepted to do it at 10% off. The second one, if you just slide on it, tells you can have personal coaches now at home. Now, these are images but we have also translated images on Sebenza. So if you go to your profile, Mr. Douglas, and you choose a different language, just scroll up a little bit. Change language right there. Yes, change language.
Yeah, right there. Okay.
And you choose any language of your choice.
Let's do well, let me do Kiswahili. I wouldn't even know.
All right, you click on Sawa, which means okay. And basically you see that those images at the top have been translated. So you can read this, you can have the same feeling someone in the United States is having on this app. You can have that same feeling, that same connection in your language anywhere you are, because Swahili is spoken in Kenya, Tanzania, I think part of Uganda and Zambia too. And you can scroll to the personal trainers at home, and you can see that have also been translated to Swahili. So really interesting stuff right here when it comes to the translation that we've done.
That's beautiful, man. That is awesome. So, and basically bottom line, folks, at the end of the day, if you have a business, your business can be highlighted, and you'll be able to have, if you have stuff that you're giving away, we could highlight your business for I think a week, and promote your business for you on here. For again, that's basically an advertiser fee. Of course, for a small fee, you can highlight your company, and we'll be able to promote your company. So whenever somebody logs onto the app, they'll be able to see exactly what you're giving away, and they could tap on that real quick, and they take them straight to your page. Go ahead.
Okay. So Sebenza is the only app on the world right now that offers localization-based advertisement. So you can advertise.
Wait. This is groundbreaking, folks. This is, listen. See, wait. Say that again. Because they missed it at the back.
Yeah. Sebenza right now is the only app in the world, without crossing words, that offers localization-based advertisement. What that means is Sebenza is the only app where you can advertise your restaurant in a specific area only, not in a specific town, not in a specific suburb, in a specific area where when people get to that area, these banners will change and they will see your restaurant's banner. And that banner will only activate on the app when the person is in that specific area. No one else does that, not even Google.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Man, that is so beautiful. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and do what we need to do. Let me change this language back so I'll be able to, I'll learn that language one of these days. Now, how do I find that language?
I know, right? So scroll back up. Scroll back up until you see the world map. You see the stop there. You're going to see.
Okay, I see it.
Luga. You scroll up to English.
Right. All right. Okay. Got it. Right. I love it. All Perfect. Right. So we're going to change this. So now I'm going to let me come to South Africa, right?
No, just tap home place, which is actually, but you're a little bit far from me though.
Okay,
so
where you at?
I'm currently in Santon. So you're going to say change, click on change.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you just type the Santon. At the search
I talk about that too in regards to the distance.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell people about that. Why do we have that feature?
Yeah, you don't want to book someone who is 100 kilometers from you. It just basically won't make sense because that will basically mean someone has to spend more on transportation charges to get to you. So what we're doing is we actually offer you only the ability to book people who are like 25, or I'm going to actually show you on when I open the service provider side of my app. So we allow you to book only people who are like 25 kilometers in circumference around you, so that they can get to you easier. They don't spend much money getting to you, and they can offer a service where you can actually track them, because someone who is 25 kilometer radius from you basically is within your sphere of influence. You basically can ask one or two people if something goes wrong. We're not saying something is going to go wrong, but we don't want that to happen. So we're just putting in security measures in place.
That is awesome. And this is so unique because a number of times if you're a service provider and the call for service I mean, here we have a situation where they'll give you a window of time between 9 and 4 o'clock. That means you got to sit at home, wait, and your whole day is wasted, you know, waiting for a service provider to show up, and they actually show up at 4 o'clock in the evening, and you've been home all day, you know, waiting for this guy. So what we've done with this is give you an opportunity to actually see them when they leave, you know, and they come in. If you have, let's say you call for a plumber to come see your house and help you fix a leak in your home, well, you could go about your business and you could see when the plumber starts coming. Just like some of you have taken Uber, you know how Uber, you see the driver show up, you get the picture of the driver and the car and all that good stuff. Same thing with our app. You're gonna be able to see the person, the service provider, who it is. You're going to be able to see when they're coming. So we're going to show that right now. I'm in Santon now. So all of us, I'm from Maryland. I'm all the way in Santon, South Africa right now on the app.
So let me explain that, Mr. Douglas, a little bit. So you are in Maryland, but you want the service to be done at your home in Santon. Now, this solves a lot of African problems. We get calls from home, back home, saying the roof is leaking. Send me 100,000 CFA.
Yes.
You send that money. The roof was never leaking, and nothing was done with the money. So what Sebenza does right now is, okay, that the roof is leaking, no problem. I'm going to go and change my address to my dad's house, and I'm going to pay someone on Sebenza, and all your dad sees is someone coming to repair the roof. You've done the payment on Sebenza. Everything is smooth.
Whoa, folks, listen. For those of us that are in the US, in the London, all these diaspora people, I mean, we've experienced that, right? We hear all sort of stuff that happens. People call you up, oh, you know, this is happening to your car, or this is happening to this. You need to come fix this. And then you send them the money. And then, you know, of course, some people will escalate the money. You know, if the service was going to be $500, you know, they just say $500. Guess what they do? They might raise it up and say, well, it's going to cost $700. And then you send them $700, they get to pocket $200. And sometimes they might not even have a job to do, right? So with this, we kind of carve that out. You could go on Sebenza and place an order, find a service provider close to your house that can go get the job done. And all the person that told you about the job, guess what? They could sit there and wait and watch the job happen, right? But in the meantime, the service provider, once the job is completed and that person says the job is done, everything is fixed correctly, then Sebenza will release the money to the service provider. You know, we'll release the money. So we're making it very, very exciting for people, you know, and I'm fired up about it. That's great, man. That is great. That is awesome. All right, let's go ahead and make it happen. So my screen is on here. So let me have you could share yours to bring me on.
Perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to share my screen right now with you guys. And
go ahead, bro.
I think that is your screen. So I'm okay.
It is my phone. Is it my screen? No.
Right.
That's your screen, I think. You are okay. I'm still, okay. I'll stop sharing my screen to go ahead and share yours.
Yeah, let me try that again.
Awesome. Let's see.
Okay,
right.
yeah, now I'm on. Okay. So that is me as a service provider, and this is the application that service providers get. So once you're a service provider, we've talked about the location where you can actually offer your service. And you can see there, that is my current location where I am. I'm Tabos Cap Service, 22 Mott Street, Santon in South Africa. And I'm offering my service within 25-kilometer walk radius. Now, you can change that. We've given users or our service provider the ability to change that. So you can basically go in there and say, I can offer my service only within 15 kilometers, or maybe I want to do 300, you know, not 25, but 50 kilometers. So you can, if you can manage it, then you can absolutely do that. So I'm going to submit that. And what that happens is Sebenza will now give you, if people need your service within 50 kilometers, Sebenza will now be able to show you those service requests. So right now I'm offline. So if Mr. Douglas is looking for me to maybe come wash his car, he's going to see that I'm offline. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go online. And once I go online, Sebenza is going to advise me to follow COVID-19 precautionary measures, basically to wear face masks, keep sanitization products, and wash my hands or sanitize my hands, disinfect my belongings, and ask the customer to sanitize their hands before they actually start the service. That's if the customer wants to, show me something or that. So I'm going to agree to these terms, and that pushes me online. So right now I'm online waiting for services. So Mr. Douglas, you can take over the screen.
All right, cool. So let me share my screen. Man, I love this, man. Let's go start broadcasting. Let's grab it. Let me go grab my Sebenza app. So now I need to order a car wash. So I see. So let's go to next.
You got to choose the car wash, the kind.
Okay, guys. Okay, let me just do basic car wash next.
Yeah. And let's talk a little bit about this screen again. So that's me right there, and I'm 19 miles away. The reason why it's showing you in miles is because your app is in the US. So, and it shows me in kilometers because I am in South Africa. So Sebenza is intuitive to understand the measuring units for each country. And you can click on the map in the middle just to see exactly how far I am away. At the top there, there's a map icon.
So right here? Okay, got it.
Of course. Yeah, so that's where I am at the moment. And this is what we're talking about, tracking the service provider, knowing where they are. So we can go back to the list view and then basically take on details.
Okay.
Exactly. So now you are already here. What you're looking at is the details of the person. So I will do engine washing for $10, okay. And I'll do you can just take engine washing for $10.
Right. Now, got it. Awesome. Now I could so for me, and now for folks, just so you know, the service provider also has the ability to make their pricing. So you can change your pricing. This is just for an example sake for now, but the service provider can make, their price. They could customize their pricing what they want, right? They, and then it's up to the user to decide if they want to use that service provider or not. And one of the benefits of our product is the fact that in your city, you're gonna see, like, if we had other service provider next to Bruno in that city, guess what? All of them will show up with their pricing for car wash. I don't have to go with Bruno. I could go with somebody else. I could go with another service provider that provides the same job for maybe less money, might be $5 or whatever it is, right? I could do that. So the service providers will be able to, compete for your business. And in the future, we have some other updates we're going to be making on the app where you can actually say how much you're willing to pay for somebody to come wash your car. And then you could have the service providers do what? Bid for your business, right? So it's all ability we're doing right now is giving everyone an opportunity to control their destiny, their future. So I like that. So what do I do next? Just
So at the bottom that right there, if you actually have just one car to watch, you can just keep the one. But if there's two cars, you can click on you can tap on the first.
So if it's multiple, man, this is sweet, man.
Yeah. Cool. And then at the bottom there, you can give me some special instructions. For example, we realize that some people don't like washing their cars with detergents. Some people don't even want you to use water to wash their car. So since it's engine washing, you might write me some instructions there. Don't use water. Use only the vacuum cleaner or whatever. Yeah, whatever you want, you can write there.
Got it. I see you like washing the car without water.
Yeah.
Because I saw that on your profile.
Perfect. And you can, after you're done, you can add the item. Okay. And then at the bottom, you're going to see, your cards right there.
Yeah.
At the bottom there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is a summary of what you want. So basically at the top is saying you're booking Bruno. You're booking him to come and do a service called engine washing. You don't have any coupon code Of course, coupon codes are coming up on Sebenza where you enter the coupon code and you get like 10% to 50% off. It gives you a subtotal, and then it asks you, this particular user, you can either go wash the car at the user's location or at the service provider's location. But you want me to come to you, so you're going to say at the user location, and then you just click on book now at the bottom.
Yep.
And then it also advises you to follow COVID-19 precautionary measure. But I just wanted to talk at the last bottom where it actually advises you to do card payment rather than cash payment, so that we can prevent the spread of COVID-19 virus. So if you're good with that, you can agree. And now you need to decide, do you want to pay me with your wallet balance, which is $5? Or do you want to pay me cash, or do you want to pay me online? So I will advise you to go with the wallet balance.
Okay. But it's $5 less than the amount that I'm trying to wash.
Oh yeah, I forgot that it's $10 for you. So pay me with cash then.
No,
so
it's
just
but I could pay online, right? Or do I could add money to it if I don't have, let's try, let's see what happens.
You add your card.
The service is $20, right?
Did you add your card to your account?
I think I did. Let me see. I might have. Let me bring that up. Oh, I didn't add my card. I haven't. It's on my other phone.
All right. So you remove the wallet balance and say cash.
Okay. All right.
And you say done.
Okay, got it.
And now you're looking for the service provider, and I get an alert. So you can stop now, and then I can share my screen and show show what I see here before this actually goes off, because I have a limited time to accept your service request. So immediately you did that, I did receive something like this, and I have 7 seconds, but I'm just going to accept because there's some few seconds left. So I received a request. I can either decline or accept that. And now I've accepted it, and it shows me exactly how to get to you. So that's the first thing that comes up.
And I got a text too that says Joe Bruno is leaving. Getting to you. Wow, interesting. Yeah.
So I can zoom out the map just so that people can see exactly where you've booked me. And we've added a neat security feature here. I cannot mark myself as arrived or started the job because it knows where you want me to go and where I am. So Sebenza is able to know those two differences. But now let's talk about the neat features now in Sebenza. What if you've been waiting for me for a long time and you want to call? So Mr. Douglas, can you initiate a call with a green button?
Oh yeah, we could call. All right, let me do that. Oh, wait a minute, I'm on the, let's view.
And just so people know, the call is 100% free of charge. So Sebenza is never going to charge you for these calls or for these communications. So if you're good.
I'm on there. I'm trying to figure out on my screen.
Oh, you have to tap at the three. You have to tap at the three button at the top right, and then you're going to see call.
Yeah, 3 buttons. Amen. Oh, my computer is frozen now. My phone.
All right. So let me initiate the call instead. I'm just.
All right. Yeah. Do that.
I'm going to initiate the call.
I see it. Allow. Okay. Hey, man.
Yeah, so actually I muted my phone so that it doesn't, since my phone is close to the laptop. So, but basically we can have a one-on-one conversation. I can even put it on now. We can talk for as long as we want, okay? We can go on and on. You can explain what you want me to do. You can explain how to get over the gate. Someone's going to meet you at the gate, whatever. You can tell me all these things that are interesting just so that I don't have a hard time. And we've added 2 interesting buttons. The first button is the mute, so the voice mute. So let's say I'm a service provider and I'm talking to you, and then all of a sudden I get a call on the other line. I can simply just press on the mute button, which I've done now, and then I talk with the other phone and come back to you. And if I can't hear you clearly, I can use the speaker button to hear keenly. Now, but in some cases, I've just ended the call. In some cases, you might be busy, you as the user, you might be busy. You might be in a meeting. I know you are always in a meeting. Right. So in that case, you can use the chat app, which we've built into Sebenza, which is very fast and robust. Hello, I'm just going to say hello. I arrived.
Yeah, I see that.
And you can write back to me in real time. And it's kind of like your WhatsApp kind of thing. So easy and so fluent, so seamless to go with. So that is exactly what we can do with that. Now,
yeah, look at what I sent back to you. See, thank you. The key under the hood. Actually, I was going to put hood of the car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so exactly. So that is it. Yeah, and you can see, for example, Mr. Douglas, I'm just going to go out of the app and I want you to just write anything on the chat so that people can kind of see that once you write on Sebenza, it ignores all the windows and come to the front. So you can write even hi, whatever you want to write there.
All right.
And just send it to me. And you see that without me touching it, it just comes back up just to make sure that I don't miss any of the alert, because we understand how important this is.
This is
now, a lot of people ask us this question, Mr. Douglas. They're like, okay, now I see the map. Yes, I know exactly where I'm supposed to go, but how do I drive there? I don't see directions. I don't see turn left. I don't see in 500 meters ahead, do this. So we've added integration, seamless integration with Google Maps and Waze navigation.
That is awesome.
If I choose Waze navigation, it's seamlessly going to open up to Waze and calculate the route of exactly how I'm supposed to get to you. And there we have it.
Man, this is awesome, bro. I love it. I mean, perfect. And folks, listen, this is so robust that you could, whatever you come up with in your mind, just send us, on the contact us page. And, if it makes sense, we'll be able to make it, customize it towards that as well. So this is phenomenal. Now, Bruno, I mean, we're getting close to the end. Can you tell the people, right, what we're looking for in the city administrator, and how later on down the line, I'm going to send them a link and that they're going to be able to tap into and be a part of that?
Yeah, so basically, the technology is ready. Let's make that clear.
Yes.
We're ready, nothing is stopping us, but we need your services. We need your help as service provider to add that extra level of human touch so that people can actually add, you can actually add the services that your people want on Sebenza. Now, to become a service provider on Sebenza, you don't need any extra kind of knowledge. You don't need to be tech savvy. Of course, you do need a little bit of tech savviness, like understanding where to click. If you can use Facebook, you can become a service provider. That's what I'm trying to say. If you can use Facebook and WhatsApp, then you can become a service provider on Sebenza. The whole idea is that you will be adding services, you will be verifying providers and users, you'll be checking in on what service providers are complaining in your city, and then you can grow from there, because everybody joining us right now will join at the level of a city administrator. Then from there, you're going to grow and expand. So, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I wanted them to kind of hear from you on that topic, because that's important. So we're looking, so you could be a city administrator in your city. And the purpose of that really, folks, is this. Yes, I could go get money. I could raise funds. I could get folks to invest in this technology. I mean, I have a number of people that are very interested in investing in this technology already, but we're not interested in that, because an investor, what happens? They just invest and they sit back and they're counting their money. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's very, very okay. I've been very, very blessed by investing in a lot of startups, and I've made a lot of money. But unfortunately, most startups, some of you never hear about them, right? Until they are out in the public place. Most startups, you finally like, oh man, I wish I knew. I should have invested in this, years ago, or whatever the case might be. But guess what we're doing? We're saying, you know what? Let's give you a chance to be a part of something unique, something different, something beautiful that the world would jump on. And how many times have you been a part of a service provider, be a service provider, or be an investor using your skill, right? Because you have skill, you have circle of influence, people that that you can say, you know what? I know you do great job. Why don't you tap into this provider app and become a service provider, and then we'll manage it for you. And then, that helps. Like I was talking to one of my friends yesterday, he runs a security detail, and he's a bodyguard for a lot of very, very wealthy people, but also they're very interested in doing business with folks that might want a bodyguard or security to take them, pick them up from the airport when they come to America, drive, to different places. So he's coming on the app as well to be a security detail, because sometimes we also have people that say, you know what, I need a driver for the day. Of course, we all know that with Uber, what happens? They drop you off. I actually had a situation where you're looking for Uber service and there's no service in the area. There's like no Uber driver around, and you can't find an Uber driver, and you're like, man, I really want one, and you're running late to travel. But what if you could book a driver for the day, or for 3 hours, for 4 hours, and say, listen, I want you to be with me for 4 hours, and then even go a step further. If you're a driver, you could even say, for an additional fee, I could put on, dress the part for you. If you want me to put on a suit for an additional fee, I'll put on a suit. I'll come service. If there's some drivers that we know that are security detail, they have the opportunity to be able to, they're armed security as well. So if that's you, and you can say, you know what, I could be your driver. I'm going to be an armed security because I'm licensed to carry gun in your country, in your neighborhood. I'm licensed, I'm fully trained, for that service. This is how much I'm going to charge for that. So you have different flexibility as a service provider. Again, what we're doing is putting power in the hands of you, the entrepreneur, you, the business owner, giving you power to dictate how you run business, especially since most times you have this skill that nobody knows about. So we're giving you that chance to do that, and you could create your own price list and make it work. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. So for the city administrator, if you're interested in being a city administrator, do me a favor. We've not set up the unique things yet for that, but go on our Sebenza page, right, and send us an email. Of course, send an email to us and let us know, right? How was the best way for them to get in touch with us? Let me ask my tech, our tech master here.
Yeah, so the best way they can get to us is actually, first and foremost, they need to download the Sebenza app.
Okay.
Once that app has been downloaded, it doesn't matter if you download it as a service provider or as a user. You go to the profile section and you're going to see contact us. Then you can write your name at the top, and then you write that what you want to be. For example, I want to be a service provider for my locality. You give the name, the location of your locality, maybe the country, the state, or the region, or the province, and then the city name. So yes, thank you, Mr. Douglas, for showing that.
Yeah, let me go here and do it. So you can see profile, and then where do I go?
You're going to scroll down to contact us.
Right there. Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Right.
Tap. So you just write, I want to be, or your name or whatever, right there, yeah. Or a topic.
Let me see topic. Yeah. City admin.
Yeah.
That's perfect, man. I love it. I mean, I can't spell, man. I'm so excited this morning, man. This is great. When you're about to change lives and change, make history, you get fired up.
Yes, exactly. And you can enter the name of the country, the name of the city,
United States. So I would love to be a city administrator, and I'm in the United States.
Yeah.
I reside in Maryland, and I want to. All right, let me put.
Yeah, go ahead. I like that.
You like it? I want to.
I like that. I like that. The reason why I like that is because once you put that in, I want everyone. Don't stop sharing your screen. Once that is in there, I want everyone to see exactly what their service would do for you.
So basically, I'm saying I would love to be a city administrator, and I'm in the United States. I reside in Maryland. I want to cover the Greenbelt area of Maryland. So that's a city in Maryland. So I'll click done, submit.
Yeah.
So it says your query has been sent successfully. We'll get in touch with you shortly.
Yeah. Perfect. So you keep the app on?
Yes.
Okay. So basically what happens is immediately we receive that, which will take approximately a few seconds, we can reply to you through this method.
Yeah, I see that. We receive your query, one of our rep will contact you. Awesome.
So yeah, we can reply immediately like this. And then what happens is, because you downloaded the app, because you have an account on the app, I'm just going to go and look at what you wrote. Contact us.
You want me? You want to share your screen?
No, this will be the service side of the screen. So
okay, this is service side of it.
Yeah. So let me see here. Okay. And we're going to receive your contact. Comes under. All right. Okay. Yes, perfectly. So it comes here with your name, it comes with your email, and it comes with your phone number. So basically, it will report to us what you wrote, who you are, where you are, and then we will use one of those methods. Maybe the phone number will always be the best, and one of our contact reps will contact you, and you guys have a nice conversation about it. And after that, you might be requested, of course, to submit some documents, maybe identification documents.
Perfect.
And once that has been done, then you're going to be sent a series of videos, which are known as training videos. Once you're done with the training videos, you're good to go. And you will also be added to our service city administrator WhatsApp group, which will basically act as a form of training where you will get more details about exactly how Sebenza operates.
And what's the benefit for the city administrator? How do they get paid?
The city administrator make money two ways. The first way is by referring people into the app and making percentages. The second way is you get a lot of money made through the services that are offered in your city. So if 1,000 services are offered in your city in one day, you can make a percentage of that money every single day. Just to give you a clue, Uber in Sandton, in Johannesburg, makes 7 million rand every single day as profit. Now, imagine you having a share of that coming to your account every day. It's forever money. Let me put it like that.
Forever money. And you get paid too with the ads too, right? Like the ad, we have the flasher right there with the real estate agent thing.
Yeah.
They get paid on that too, right? When they have a commercial running on their page that they, because again, one of the businesses that they were able to bring on wants to advertise on the screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Man, let's see, folks. Does anyone have any question for? There's two apps that pop up. They seem to be yes. So there's two apps. Yes, one is for the service provider, and let me show you all on iPhone so you all could see since my screen is on. So let's go on the App Store. I'll show it to you so you kind of get to see what happens. I'm glad you said that. Sebenza app. All right. So this is it. Don't worry about the get cash. That bingo. That's bingo for those of you that want. But these are the app. You see the service app here. That's the user app. This is the one you want to download as a user. And then this is the one for you to download as a service provider. Okay. So now for the service provider, it goes into a little bit more details actually for this, right? It's a little bit different from the user app. Can you explain that, Bruno?
Yeah, so we don't want to bump the service provider with all kinds of, we don't even want to show them the services. The service provider, their app is very minimal. They get to accept jobs and they get to put what kind of jobs they can offer. They get to also do some minimal stuff, but all the services showing what can be done, what cannot be done is shown on the user side of the app.
Awesome. So that's for the service.
We have not compromised security and beauty for any of them. So don't say because I'm going to get the service provider app, I might not really enjoy the security. Everything is top-notch security. They are all synchronized into one system. It's just a user interface that changes.
Yes, and I see a question on there. Francois is asking, which app should he download to be able to send a message as a service provider? I mean, as a city administrator.
Yes, as a city administrator, you can download basically any of the apps. You can be a service provider and be a city administrator.
Yes.
You can be a user and be a city administrator. It really doesn't matter.
I call that triple dipping, man. That means they're gonna make money 3 different ways. You make money as a user by referring your friends. You make money as a city administrator by making money of the whole transaction that happens in your city. And the third one, you make money in your own service that you provide as a service provider. That's triple dipping, man. That's what we call it. You triple dip.
Exactly. And all of this method of making money can all be linked to one account so that all the money comes into one account and you're getting paid from one account.
So we have some questions coming in, man. This is exciting. So how many language options on the app?
That's my brother. That's my brother asking that question right there. He's a very good business partner. Monsieur Thierry, bonjour. So yeah, there are 15 languages right now and 15 currencies on Sebenza. But Sebenza will be adding a lot more languages and a lot more currencies in the future.
Awesome. Let me get some more questions on here. How many we got that? What if transactions are made by cash? How will an administrator make his commission? Man, great question.
Great question. That's a very nice one. And this is
why from Vince.
Yeah. If you notice, Mr. Douglas, I tried to send Mr. Douglas money, but it refused, saying that I had to keep 6,000 naira in the account. And that is, service providers need a minimum amount to be in the account. So, and once you offer a service, let's say you offer a service and our commission is like $1 or 100 naira, we take it from that money that is in your account. So we've thought about that, and that money that comes out of your account definitely goes, part of it goes to the city administrator. Of course, I should make it clear that city administrators don't make money percentage out of the whole. So they are actually sharing with Sebenza the percentage.
Right, exactly. You're getting paid with us as a profit, that's called profit sharing, which will normally go to an investor. You're getting that as a city administrator because you're actually investing with your sweat equity and with your circle of influence. So again, instead of having investors just sit back and make money, why don't we give you a chance to do that? And there's no qualification needed. You don't have to, have a college degree. We don't care about that. We just want this for that somebody in the rural village area, right? They're looking for an opportunity. They could tap in and get paid. Folks, listen, we all talk about, we see what's going on in the world. We get involved in wars that don't concern us, right? Because these two leaders or whatever, they're fighting each other and then they immediately start killing innocent people. We don't like that. Our world needs to be controlled by us as the citizens of the world and get our own things going. Why are we getting involved? So many people are dying today in Ukraine from a useless war because two people don't like each other or whatever, two leaders, and they use the power of the nation to fight. And then we have all these other countries, egging them on, because they want chaos in the world. And then guess who suffers? You, the people, you suffer. Your families suffer. A lot of people don't understand the impact that happens to so many people. So please, let's build this and change lives, because guess what? When we empower each other, we get to win, and you have a voice. At the end of the day, it's all about you having a voice. And the only way you have a voice and people listen, all these, people, when they listen to you, guess what happens? Because you have money, they can listen. But if you don't have money, you'll be in the dark like everyone else. So we're giving everyone an opportunity to be a service provider, but of course, and also a city administrator. Why? Because when you start getting paid in a global technology, man, it changes your life. Let me see some more questions on here. Definitely interested when you put where we need to go directly for city administrator. Yes, download the app for sure. Like, Bruno said, and contact us. And does it cost money to be a city administrator? As of today, right now, no, it costs you nothing to be a city administrator. But yes, it will be costing money in the future. We will be charging for that. Why? Because right now we're giving you a chance. So everyone, if you could jump right in and become one, that would be great. Because soon, and we can't have so many, we want to make sure, because from a city administrator, let me even give you some more things. From a city administrator, you get to upgrade to a state administrator. So it's based on your performance, you know, because again, give a man a fish and he'll eat for one day. Yep. But teach him how to fish and he will eat for a lifetime. That's what we want. And we're not looking for folks that don't have the ability, that just don't want to work, that just want to sit around and just collect money. We don't do all that. You gotta do what it takes to win, because you're not investing any dollars, you're investing your time, but you gotta put in the time, you gotta put in the work. So there's going to be an opportunity for you to upgrade, which is the gift we're going to give you to become a state administrator. That means you run the whole state that you're in. That's huge. So more questions on here. I see. Let me go in here. What if the service you paid for or the products you ordered don't meet the standard of what you want? How do you get a refund after you have paid? Good question. Actually, you know what? Let my business partner, Mr. Zoe Bruno, answer that question.
Yeah, so that is why we actually do pay out weekly, not immediately. So once a service provider offers their service, the money is confirmed to be held or received from the user, but we only pay out after a week of no complaints. We've also added the ability for you to rate the service provider, because it will not always be perfect. We're going to have people come wash your car that doesn't really look good. Sometimes they may wash your car and something breaks, you know, all those kind of things. We've taken those into consideration. Another thing, for refund, we do have a special team. We call them the billing and response team, who are responsible for looking at your complaints and looking at how they can sort the issue out between you and the service provider. We've done so much that it will take a maximum of 1 week for them to sort out all the issues. And they can actually, in case where they find you, the user, to be on the right, they can actually refund your money. And that doesn't hurt Sebenza as a service in any way, because that actually hurts the provider. And this helps the provider to know Sebenza is not a playground where you come and you play around. Sebenza is not designed for anybody to come on and say, I can wash cars. Actually, we recommend that you should be a professional in your service before you come on Sebenza as a service provider. That is why if you register right now, if you download the app right now on Sebenza, you're going to see we're asking only for your ID. But if you had downloaded Sebenza a week ago, you're going to see like 5 required documents, which we're going to be bringing in back into the service. So we're basically asking you reference letter, we're asking you documents to prove that you can actually offer the service that you do. And as we go forward, that's just how the service will become a little bit more choked up or tied up a little bit, because we know that as a new service, people kind of want to understand your weaknesses and kind of exploit that. And so we're taking that into serious consideration. I think that if that was not answered, I also want to mention the fact that you also get to rate the service provider, and the service provider also gets to rate you. And that rating is public. So you want to go and book a car washman, you see Bruno right there is charging you just $2, but Bruno has 1-star rating. You want to see Mr. Douglas is charging you $5, which is a little bit higher than Bruno, but Mr. Douglas has 5-star rating from 50 people. So that automatically should tell you that it hurts the service provider if they don't do their best for you.
That's right. That's right. And I see somebody was asking so you're saying today you're allowing us to be in business at no cost. Yes, we are allowing you to be a city administrator at no cost to you. So that's very important. And that answers the question.
And also as a service provider, it's at no cost, because we're not going to catch you to offer your service. Now, let me give you a good example. I know of people who have gone and trained for years to be barbers. Yeah. And they have done their training, they're complete. But they come back home and sit with their dad and their mom, and they're waiting for their dad to raise another money, to rent a place, to buy the sewing machine, to do all of that. So Sebenza basically say, forget about renting a place. Just be around. People are going to book you. We know people are going to book you. And the good news is most people that will book you, or some people that will book you on Sebenza, will not necessarily be from your city. There will be people who are traveling out and coming into your city. And this creates what we know as business interaction. For example, it's clear in my example how I met Mr. Douglas. So story for another day.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. That's good. And somebody asked, can I join the app as a nurse? Yes, you can definitely join as a nurse. And this, oh man, that's a beautiful question. So you remember, because a lot of you nurses have so much talent, so much stuff that you do, and you might even be a nurse that can provide, COVID testing, right, for people. So, some people want to travel, they're looking for a COVID test center. Instead of driving all the way to go, you could actually book a service provider to come to your home and give you the COVID test, so you could get on a plane and do what you need to do and travel. So yes, definitely nurses. There's so much opportunity for nurses as well. So go on the app and create and be on there. And one thing again to tell you, for all of you that have skills, and you go on the app and you're like, man, this is my skill, is not on here. We'll update it and make sure that you are in there. So just send us a message on the contact us page once you download the app, and tell us what your skill or what you are, and say, I didn't see it on the app. I would love for you to add this there. We'll be able to do that very quickly as well. So so just there's so much flexibility. So yes, nurses are very that's a great question. How do I know the person providing the service is credible? Good question, because we vet them. Of course, for them coming, they have to show us a lot of their credentials. So again, and then we also, based on the ratings that you're going to see on the app, you'll be able to know if the person is credible or not. All right. Is this only for physical products and services? That's a good question. So Bruno, they're asking, is this only for physical products and services? So talk about the online training thing.
Right. This is where Sebenza gets crazy. This is where this is where it gets crazy when you start talking of virtual services. I need a tax auditor, someone to do my tax for my company. Right. I don't need you to actually come to my company. I don't need you to actually be there. So Sebenza offers the ability for people to offer their services remotely and virtually. We even have a virtual, how do they call this? When you go in to see the doctor, consultation. We have virtual consultation on Sebenza, where you can have a one-on-one communication, a one-on-one call, a one-on-one video chat with your doctor. And the doctor can actually, of course, this is a future that is coming, but the doctor can use your phone to check basic signs like your blood pressure, oxygen level, blood oxygen level, sugar level, and all these things remotely. So not only physical services can be provided on Sebenza, but also virtual services where you are not even there. So if I need, for example, a financial advice from Mr. Douglas Eza, and Mr. Douglas is on Sebenza, he can do that for me without going out of the office.
Right. And charge a fee for that, because we have different fee structures, of course. And you could set up a meeting and then boom, once you pay, then we'll set you up and give you opportunity to do that. And for people that want to have a tutor for their family member, for their children, right? Like they want to hire a teacher to help their daughters become great, or their sons become great in school and all that stuff. You could be a tutor. And let me ask you, that's a great question with the tutor stuff. With the tutor, that could be more open globally, can it? Than just be logged into a city.
Yeah. So the tutors thing, you can actually put your location anywhere, just like you were in Maryland and you could actually book a service in Sandton in South Africa. So you can actually do that. So that means if a tutor has a reputation in Jamaica, I could actually book that Jamaican special tutor for my kid in Douala, Cameroon.
Wow.
And that basically expands the brain of my kid, because he's not only going to be exposed to another accent, but another cultural view towards that particular topic or that subject. And we at Sebenza, I think this is a question that will come up very soon, is the fact that, do you pay the same? So for example, someone to come wash my car is $10. Are you going to pay a tutor $10? No, we have various methods of payment on Sebenza. We can pay one time for a service like washing a car. We can pay per hour like tutoring. We can pay per hour based on distance like roadside assistance and ambulance management. So you can actually right now buy your own car, get registered with your local government, and offer ambulance services or roadside assistance to accident victims. Saving lives. You can do that.
That is awesome. No, So, man, we got some great questions coming in. Let me see.
I have a very important question. You can take this one from Vince. Can you try that one?
Yeah. So it says Vince is asking, there are a number of us who are not really skilled, but we know where to get the right skilled workers for the users. Can we also register service providers? Some of us are like project managers, not really specialized handyman, for instance, coordinating services.
Yeah, that is interesting. So Vince, if you're listening, I pray you do. All you need to do is get a company registered, and you register on Sebenza not as a user and not as a service provider, but as a company. To register as a company, you must do it on the Sebenza website found at sebenza.me. Once you register as a company, we're going to ask you to verify your company documents. And once those documents have been verified, then you can now start adding your own service providers. That's how interesting Sebenza is. So you can have your own service providers registered on Sebenza doing work, and you are dispatching them. Just like you said, you know how to get those talents there.
That's awesome. I see somebody from Uganda. Let me see. Insurance agents are paid commission and by the insurance companies in my country. How do they get paid on the app? Very simple, man. On the app, again, because you're not going to be selling, you're going to still work with your company the same way you get your commission. But maybe somebody wants to ask you questions, right? And you could create a payment that you like to charge for different. Maybe they want to ask a question about how does insurance work in your country, or maybe one of your they need different advice, right? You can book them. They could book you, and you could charge them a fee for educating them real quick, because you have intellectual knowledge of how your product works in your country. So somebody might want to ask questions about that, and if you want to charge them a fee, you go ahead and charge a fee. You could do that, and they could book you on the app. We don't, for certain things, which you could, because once you educate somebody in any product, you educate them. Guess what happens? It's a lot easier for them to do business with you, and talk to you. Because some people might not know how the life insurance works in Uganda. Even the Ugandan citizens might not understand it. They might think it's just for death. Maybe there's some beautiful features that you all might have that you could talk about. Like some of the features we have here in the US is living benefit insurance that you can actually use like a bank and borrow money from to invest in a lot of things. So those things work. And then at the same time, as a financial advisor like myself, one thing that I do teach is ways that you could really teach your future person and help make sure your future person enjoys the same money you're enjoying today by paying back money to your future person. So there's a lot of opportunities and a lot of things that you can do as a insurance agent, as a financial planner, whatever it is. You can have people know you. Go ahead, Bruno.
Yeah. So another thing is, if that insurance company goes ahead and register on Sebenza as a company, then nothing changed. They can still pay the insurance people based on commission. I think he's talking about, he's referring to those people who go out and look for insurance clients. So they're actually just like marketers. So yes, that insurance company go ahead and register on Sebenza as an insurance company, they can still continue paying commission, but this time around they have real data. They can see where these insurance people are moving. So Sebenza actually offers that insurance company the only legal way to track their insurance marketer in real time.
Wow.
So that's how big that is.
That's good. That's great. I didn't even think about that. That's awesome. Somebody's asking how many city administrators per city. Is it capped or unlimited? It's unlimited right now because, we don't want to just have 3 or 4 people that ain't doing nothing, right? Because the whole goal is for you to work. And the more you do, the more opportunity you have. But of course, we'll cap it eventually based on the size of that city. So once we know what city a person is coming and we start seeing a lot of people and they're performing, the key is performance. Then we might put a limit on that particular city and lock it up. But right now, because we're still brand new and we're starting, we're going to give everyone a chance to jump in. All right. But listen, I see, let me see if there's any more questions. Somebody was asking, is it in the United States? Of course it's in the United States, man. It's here. Why not? This is the God's own country. Why, we have to make sure it's here.
Hey, just to let people know, Sebenza is global, so there's really no
Global.
country right now which can say no, it doesn't have Sebenza. You can be anywhere right now and use Sebenza. So it's open to the world. It's open to the world.
And Tiara is asking, do we provide training for city administrator? Yes, we do provide training. Once you've been approved to be a city administrator, you're going to get a bunch of YouTube training videos that you could watch that are private, and we'll send it to you via your email, and we track to make sure you watch the videos and that you're fully trained as well. So yes, we do have that. Let me see if there's any more questions on here that we missed. All right, cool. No more question. I don't see any major question. Awesome. No questions, man. This is great. Those are great questions. When traveling, you can book a service in advance. Yes, when traveling, I'm looking on Instagram. We have some questions on there. Somebody's asking, when traveling, can you book a service in advance? Yes, Rocky, we can. You can. Actually, it's even sweet that way because, let's say you're traveling to Africa, for example, and you need somebody to pick you up from the airport, depending on what part of the African continent that you're going. If you're going to, let's say, Nigeria, you're going to Uganda, you're going to South Africa, and you're like, you know what? I don't know anyone in this place. I don't have any friends. I don't know any. You could go on there and see if we have maybe a security detail that can pick you up from the airport that has a car. They understand, and you all will start communicating too. Because remember, you could have a phone call with someone, so you could actually pick up the phone, call them directly on the app and have a good conversation, and they get you all build that relationship, the rapport before you get to the country you're going to, and then they'll be right there, pick you up from the airport and take you straight to your hotel. And then they're your driver for that 3 days, for that week. You're going to Mexico, you're going to St. Lucia, you're going wherever you want to, Jamaica, Caribbean. You can book a service provider to pick you up, take you with you, and help you do what it is that you want to do. So great question, Rocky. I appreciate that question. Folks, listen, we're coming to the end of this Zoom launch of Sebenza. We so thank you. I see another question. Well, will there be a background check for the service provider to try and assure safety for? Yes. Let my business partner, Mr. Zoe Bruno, answer that question.
Yeah, so we verify service providers using OCR technology. Documents must be uploaded before we can actually approve the account. They are checked again by a human eye. And also just to make sure that our clients are safe, we make sure that service providers actually upload not only their identification documents, but also documents like the recommendation letter, which have to come from a third party. And we've put in there some security features which cannot be explained in the public, just so we are able to know that the service provider is within our grasp at any point in time.
Awesome. That's a major part of our technology. The OCR technology is very strong. Not a lot of companies use that. They don't understand it, but we understand it. So we built that in. So yes, we do make sure we vet the service provider so that you are safe, And we also vet the users. Of course, we make sure that, in a way that we protect our users, so you don't just have anybody jumping in. But listen, folks, we're going to call it end this. If you have any more questions, download the app, send us a message on the app under the contact us. This was exciting. So many people were able to tune in and watch this, and I appreciate every one of you on a Sunday joining us. And let's make Sebenza one of the best apps in the world because of the heart of the people that built it. Let me give Patience and Z an opportunity to kind of share some of their roles as some of our city admins on here. And Bruno is already gone because he's heading to the airport, so I want to make sure that he's clear. So how about Patience? Are you available, Patience or Z? Final words from you guys before we shut it down. And I know, Regina, you at the airport, you on the plane. If there's final words, give you all a chance to share.
I'm on the plane, so you wouldn't hear me.
Awesome. We'll have a safe flight. Thank you so much for tuning in as well.
Thank you, guys.
All
This
right.
was fantastic.
Thank you. Hey, Patience, go ahead and unmute your line.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. It's really exciting. We are buzzing here and so happy for this groundbreaking work. Thank you so much for the team. And also thank you for the participants who took out their time to be part of this journey. We are so grateful. And for those who still have, because I know more questions are still going to be coming up, just download the app and we are on Facebook and you can always get to us. We are open to receive and answer all your questions. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Douglas. Thank you, Mr. Bruce.
And Patience is one of our tech experts. We have a lot of tech experts on here as well. And as you all can see, women are running the show. So we're excited. It's Women Month here in America. So we're excited to have great women on here. So Z, also, how about you? Final words from you, Z.
I just want to say that thank you for everyone who streamed online. Even if you are not online now, you can still get it and ask questions, we'll answer you. This is the World Wild app. Everything you want to do, it is possible. Be a service provider, be a user. Thank you. Bye.
All right, awesome. Thank you, everyone. You all have a great time and see you all at the top. Let's go. Let's make it happen.